Okay, so yes, if you could just kind of talk to us about where you are in staffing right now with the police department.
Well, over the past month, since April, we have lost 3 officers due to retirements. They had combined about 6 years' experience. There was a lieutenant out of the detective division, a sergeant and a patrolman out of the patrol division. So that does leave us short during the festival seasons and stuff like that. We're going to have to wait until we get the budget authority from the county to rehire. We do have people on an existing list that we will be able to use that list for and hire out those lists. So once we get the authority to hire, we will be in our interview process and go that way.
And on a day-to-day basis, you know, I know it's only 3 people, but still, like, you know, you have like a certain amount that you designate for your police department for a reason. How does that affect your day-to-day operations sometimes?
Day-to-day, sometimes it may result in additional call-outs because, especially in the summertime, because people have already scheduled vacations. So when we're unable to fill these vacancies, we do experience some call-outs. This Sunday we had a couple call-outs because of shortages. It's going to happen until we get them replaced.
And when you say call out, that's basically just mean like officers having to work overtime?
Officers either having to work a double shift or get called out to work additional shifts.
When do you suspect that you will get these hires in? How long will the process take?
Well, once we get the authority, I'm hoping the authority will come to us sometime into July, somewhere in there to hire. Once we hire these officers, the new officers will have to go to the academy and then go through a 13-week in-service training program. So it's about 6 months till they are fully utilized on the street. So it takes a while.
So you've got a summer coming up and the festival season. How rough is that? How much of a challenge is that going to be with the season?
Well, with the 2 festivals we have that that are manpower intensive, the folk festival and even Knievel Days, just means the other officers are going to have to pick up the slack. Whether they work a couple overtimes during that time frame or they work on their days off to cover some of the shifts. So it'll get covered, but it's just a little harder on the patrol division.
It went from what to what? Did you have 51 officers?
We had 51 sworn officers that when we're full staff, that'll bring us down to 48.
Okay, so you're at 48 now.
Yeah.
Since April.
Who did you lose again? What was the people we lost?
Sergeant Lou Griffith, who was a patrol sergeant. Officer C.D. Holter, who was a member of the patrol division, and then Lieutenant Ed Harrington, who was a lieutenant in the detective division.
And you're going to fill probably those positions from within, but then put some new officers in at the bottom?
Well, those positions we won't be putting, we're going to be down to detective, basically, until we can get our patrol staff up to full staff. Then we'll move somebody out of that back into the detective division.
So priorities would be patrol. Having a full patrol staff is the bigger priority.
It's the priority, yeah, to keep the people on the street.